Hello everybody and welcome back to SportyCodes. We had a short little hiatus last week. We hope you didn't miss us too much. And well, for the eagle-eyed of those amongst you, you may have noticed that Chantel Brown is not here. It's Makami Wambora alongside me today. Makami, how are you doing?
I'm good. I had to rush over really quickly after the news, but it's because giving you the SportyCodes is so important to me, and that's all that matters. Helping you make some money.
Yes, well, I hope you enjoyed the Sporty news and, of course, the Sporty show yesterday. Lots more to come next week. And, well, after this, we've got a whole host of live football. We've got the Saudi Pro League, Al Ahly versus Al Qadsia, and then Las Palmas versus Albacete in the La Liga Hypermotion. And, well, a good weekend of football as well on SportyTV.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Liverpool hosting Nottingham Forest at Anfield. A lot of action coming your way. And
we're going to be talking about this in the next section, but Makami's team, North London Derby, it's on the line, the pressure's on. I had a bit of fun with Chantel with Liverpool when they were playing. I'm going to have a bit of fun with Arsenal.
Where's
and
Chelsea
Spurs
on the table again?
We'll talk about that another time. But without further ado, let's get into it and let's start with the big games. Now, you guessed it, we had to start with the North London Derby for our first big game of the week. Makami, it's your Arsenal, your beloved Arsenal against Tottenham Hotspur. It's the team you love most against the team you hate most.
Honestly, I'm nervous for this one.
Yeah?
The North London Derby, after the draw to Sunderland before the international break, it feels like this is one of those turning points in the season, so the Gunners need to win it.
You have won the last three, and if you win this one, it will be the first time in Premier League history that Arsenal or a team has won 4 in a row. Arsenal in this case. If they win 4 in a row.
You think that doesn't make me feel better because it's not the first
It's
time.
always those
it's
ones.
like
You've won 3 in a row.
Before.
Yeah.
So why
it's
will it happen now? And then Manchester City are just 4 points behind. Honestly, I'm nervous about
Chelsea catching up as well. You don't have to laugh that much.
Keep a straight face.
Well, let's get into our bets for this week then. Obviously, we've got a whole host of selections. And, of course, you can follow us on the SportyBet app. I'm going to say it again. If you go into you look for us on Code Hub. You go for our names, Alex Ashmore. Simple
and
as.
For today, I'm Chantel Brown.
Yes, she is not Chantel Brown. She is Makami Wambora, but she is Chantel Brown. She's using Chantel's bets, and well, I hope you don't.
Yeah. I want to make her some money. I don't know how well she's been doing, but I'm here to make.
Yeah, I hope you don't spend all her money on there. But let's get into it and start with the betting. Well, I've got a few selections, and you'll like this one actually. I've gone for an Arsenal win. I've gone for no on both teams to score, and I've gone for under 2.5 goals, and I've gone for an Eberechi Eze goal.
I like that.
How do you feel about that?
Honestly, I really like that. I want Arsenal to win, and yeah, let's see what I've gone for. I keep saying I was nervous. I'm not banking on an Arsenal win. So what I'm going for is Bukayo Saka to score. Rumors are he could be playing closer to the front than normal. And then a goal for Spurs and Arsenal.
Both teams, you think you're worried without Gabriel? You think both teams are going to score?
Yeah, because who's going to replace him?
Mosquera?
Mosquera is more of the right side of the centre back, and now he has to play on the left. It's all up in the air. So I'm going for a goal. Spurs could score, and then under 3.5, which means it could be a 2-1, hopefully, to Arsenal, or a 2.
I think this one, it will go either way, depending on how that first 15 minutes go, because I've got under 2.5 goals. So I think it could be a cagey affair.
Yeah.
But we never know with derbies.
At Emirates, they have to come out swinging. I'm always hoping that Mikel Arteta, this could be the time. It's a big game. Go for it. Don't be like when we played against Manchester City or against Liverpool. Just go for it. Under 3.5. So you see, I'm non-committal. Could be Spurs that wins 2-1, but it's going to be Arsenal, and Saka will definitely score, and under 10.5 corners. Okay,
well, you've got Chantel Brown _ big game 2. I've got Alex Ashmore _ big game 1.
Mine is a bigger winning, 20.25. Those are the odds, so make your pick, make it wise.
Or if you want to go for a safer option, mine just over 12. Obviously, these odds are subject to change, but safer option, you've got the more flamboyant option.
Actually, the safe option, Arsenal winning, I'm okay with that.
Well, let's move into the second of the big games this week. We've got a cracker. It's the weekend of derbies in football, and we're going to move across to Italy for the Milan derby. And, well, I'm going to run you through what I've got. I've gone for over 2.5 goals in this one. I feel like this is going to be an entertaining one. I've gone for a draw in this one. I always feel like these Italian teams, especially these two, when it's this much riding on the line, both teams challenging for the title. I think this year in the Serie A could be the most entertaining season, even better than last season, which was fantastic. Obviously, Napoli coming in at the last minute and swooping in with the title. I've gone for over 9.5 corners, and I've gone for Marcus Thuram to have 2 or more shots. With odds 24.76, those are of course subject to change, but I'm pretty happy with that one.
Yeah, I like that. I've gone for a draw as well in that game. I do think it's KG, AC Milan are finally back fighting for the Scudetto, and then I've gone for a goal for both teams to score. Pulisic is back, and as you said, Thuram is back. It's going to be attacking, and if we remember what happened with Inter Milan and Juventus, when it's a big game, Inter starts really showing up. So I do feel there'll be goals in that one, and that's why I've gone for over 1.5 for odds of 11.88, subject to change.
Okay, well,
I'm safer with this one.
Yeah, safer with this one. I feel like you've gone a bit more bold. You've gone bolder with the Arsenal bet. Maybe because you're trying to hide the nerves a little bit.
If it goes wrong, at least I'll make some money.
Yes.
And you will too.
Well, let us know your predictions in the comments. We want to see how you think these games are going to go. Some massive ones in the North London derby, and of course, we'll be talking all about it next week on SportyCodes, and we'll see how we've done. And on the Sporty Show as well on Monday, breaking down what is a fantastic weekend of football. But without further ado, let's move on to Jackpot.
Well, it's time for Jackpot, where you could get a chance to win 75,000 Ghanaian cedis if you predict 12 correct games. And if you predict 10 or 11, you still walk away with something. Alex, I'm looking at some of these games, and I think people have a good chance to walk away with something, me included.
I'm feeling good about it as well, actually. I want to win it this week. I feel like this is my week. I've got that feeling. I feel it in my bones.
Well, let's see. Let's start off with Wolfsburg versus Bayer Leverkusen. I'm going with Leverkusen on this one. I think they've been playing relatively well, and they're one of the top scorers in the Bundesliga. I think they can nick an away win.
I'm going to go with Leverkusen as well. 2.07 odds. I'm quite happy with that.
Next up, Crystal Palace and Wolves. This feels like the easiest decision.
It's got to be Crystal Palace. 2.02. Although Wolves, with the new manager, Rob Edwards, joining from Middlesbrough, maybe they'll have that new manager bounce.
Maybe next week.
Maybe next week, not this week. We'll go with Crystal Palace, 2.02.
On to Fiorentina versus Juventus. Juventus with the new manager bounce. I think they can get this one.
Yeah, sure. I think Spalletti's got the tools at hand here. 2.06 odds as well. Fiorentina are struggling as well. So
we seem like we're on a roll. Yeah. Newcastle versus Manchester City. I am going for the heart, and my heart says Newcastle will win.
Your heart. I wonder why you're going for Newcastle. Is it because perhaps if Man City win, they could catch up to Arsenal? I'm going to go with Man City, 2.02. Newcastle, 3.71.
St. James's Park, come on, come on.
I think Eddie Howe's under a lot of pressure, actually. And I think if he loses a few more games, his job could be at risk.
Exactly. So they need to win. Voldemort has been scoring for Germany off the international break. I'm backing them to win this one. On to Cologne versus Eintracht Frankfurt. I'm going for Frankfurt.
I am as well. 2.28. I like those odds.
That one is easy. Osasuna versus Real Sociedad. That game is live on SportyTV, so you can watch how your bet is doing in real time. I am going for a draw.
I'm going for a draw as well. 3.21. It's not the favourite out of any of those three. Osasuna 2.83 and Real Sociedad 2.81. Draw 3.21. I quite like it.
Those are good odds. And Rennes versus Monaco. I'm going to go with my heart again. Rumours are Paul Pogba could start for Monaco for the first time this season, and I'm backing that.
I'm going to go with Monaco as well. 2.47. I like those odds.
Another game that's going to be live on SportyTV, Napoli versus Atalanta. That is going to be an interesting game, but I also think it's going to be an easy win for Napoli. We saw Rasmus Højlund is back in action, and I feel like he could get a goal. Yeah,
I'm going with Napoli as well. I think Atalanta, with odds of 3.53, they've got no chance.
You know, other than that, that Manchester City game, I think we were relatively on the same
I wonder why
side
we
for
disagreed
everything.
there.
Next up, Leeds versus Aston Villa. This is a tough one.
I'm going to go every week I do Premier League predictions. All of my mates who support Leeds, they send me a message, why are you predicting Leeds to lose? Why are you predicting Leeds to lose? I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to go for an Aston Villa win, 2.43. I think they are the favourites here.
I'm going to go with your friends. Why do you keep predicting Leeds to lose? I'm predicting Leeds to win. If you guys are watching,
Okay.
I'm backing you. FC St. Pauli versus Union Berlin. I'm going for St. Pauli.
I'm going to go for a draw, upset in this one, in terms of the odds, 3.31.
And then in Spain, Atletico Madrid versus Getafe. I am going for an Atletico Madrid win. I think they've been on the bounce. They've been on the up and up. And the inconsistency seems to have dropped off.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Atleti. I think, like you said, they've seemed to have levelled out a little bit, despite some bad results in the Champions League. I think they're going to get the job done against Getafe.
This last one, I wonder what we're going to choose.
I'm going to go for a draw.
We said it was going to be a draw during the big game, so we're sticking with that as well. All you have to do now is place your bet and cross your fingers.
Confirm. I've locked it in.
Locked it in.
There you go. Well, hopefully I win. Hopefully, well, actually, no, we both
No,
can't win.
hopefully I win.
Hopefully, just I win.
If you win, I'll be slightly... If I win because Newcastle has won and I get some 75,000 Ghanaian cedis. That's some good money. But it's time for us to now look at the people who've been winning across the continent of Africa. It's time for Boom of the Week.
And now it's that time of the week. We want to hear how you guys have done. We want to see your winners. And well, over the last couple of weeks, we've had some big ones. And who better to run us through it? Making your debut on the SportyCodes show.
Yes.
Nua, welcome to
Thank you.
SportyCodes. It's good to have you here. And, well, I want to say, actually, before I move on to that, I want to see, I've said, send in your tips. Of course, I want to be a winner as well, just like you. But send in your videos as well. We want to see your celebrations, maybe what you're doing to celebrate those big wins. And, well, we'll feature some of them maybe on the show as the weeks go by. But, Nua, what have you got for us today?
Well, let me tell you, because this week we have gotten crazy winners all around. But of course, let me tell you my top 3 of those. And let's start with this bet, because I think it's a lightweight bet, but with like heavy outcome.
Those are the best ones.
And it's in Nigeria, so hear me out. 100 Naira stake on an 8-fold bet, and it got him 38 million Naira.
That's not bad.
That's
not
crazy.
bad. I say it all the time, send in your tips, because these are some big winnings.
Yeah, and it's in Nigeria, but also we have some Ghanaians who have been pretty smart with their bets, and there's one smart player out there who has bet just 5 Ghanaian cities and on a 6-fold bet and turned it into 187 and 97, I'm sorry, cities.
Close to 200,000 Ghanaian cedis on a 6-fold bet.
Very smart.
Off just 5 Ghanaian cedis.
Exactly.
I mean, that is return on investment. That's good.
And you know what? My third is yet again a Nigerian bettor, because
Nigerians doing well this week.
they have been very smart this week. Someone placed 10,000 Naira on a 29-fold bet and walked away with 50, I would say 0.4 million Naira.
50 million Naira. That is something.
With that kind of money, I'd quit my job. Don't do it.
I'd be on a beach somewhere in the Bahamas very quickly, sipping on a pina colada, I think,
For
with
sure.
that. 50 million Naira. That is unbelievable.
It is.
29-fold as well. So he had to that person had to have a lot of bets come in because, well, I mean, the other ones, a few, but 29 picks.
You know,
unbelievable.
Imagine that was on a Liverpool game.
I think there would have been a lot of
And
stressing.
against Liverpool.
Yes. Well, is that all we've got for this week? There's no
Yes.
Kenyans, no Tanzanians, no South
Sadly
Africans?
enough, I think my Kenyans, my South Africans, they need to do more. You need to be, give us more and send us your videos or your pictures, or maybe if you need tips, go and check some Nigerians.
Yeah, whoa.
Because they
Get
seem
in contact with them.
they seem to have figured it out. So maybe go check that out. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to maybe next week get some more South Africans in there.
Yes.
I love South Africans.
Send us in your tips, of course, because we want to win money like you. Send us in your videos of you celebrating your bets, and, well, we will feature the best ones on SportyCodes every week. Noah, thank you very much, and, well, let's have a short break.
Hey, baby. I missed you so much. What are you doing right now?
Emeka, I'm in the car now with my family. We are going for lunch. I'll see you in the office on Monday. Yes.
Sometimes you don't have a way out.
This Emeka is a very funny guy.
With SportyBet, you do. Because with our maximum cash out availability, there's always a way out. SportyBet, winning is now that easy.
What are your friends?
Don't worry, the big boys are coming. I will stay loyal to you as I am to SportyBet. I will keep you safe and secure like Sporty does my winnings. I will share my booking codes with you and only you. I will... yes, I will be your hero, your true Sporty hero. Selfie with the big boys!
Oh, and it falls through to the striker. What a goal! I can't believe it. We're just minutes in and it's already 1-0.
Oh, wait, Alex. Look at that fan. He's so emotional. Even his phone is getting some love. But wait, is he leaving? No, somebody stop him. This match is not over.
It is over if you play one up.
Get settled early with SportyBet. 1-up. Winning is now that easy.
Now, it's time for, and of course, you're all wondering, where is Klintoncod? It's time for the Klintoncod. Of course, we couldn't do a SportyCodes without Klintoncod, could we?
We definitely could not. And he loves to give you guys his codes so that you can also be a lucky winner.
He does. So, without further ado, it's time for the Klintoncod. Clinton, thank you very much for joining us. And, well, I've got a bone to pick with you because I've heard you've been cooking up a storm. What have you got for us?
Right, hi Alex, hi Mokami, how are y'all doing? It's a beautiful day the Lord has made for us to get some Klintoncod. And I'm not going to waste too much time. Of course, I would have loved to be creating this video from anywhere that is in here, but y'all know the grill in Madrid, it is very cold and I couldn't be bothered. But then again, I don't think the location the code is coming from has anything to do with if the code is going to boom. But let's try out this one. Let's get straight into it. It's club football back. In the Premier League, the first game I've gone Burnley versus Chelsea. Now this one I've gone straight win to Chelsea. Now, of course, Chelsea playing away from home. Maybe not looking very consistent, but against the Burnley, I'm seeing more like a 2-3-1 to end the game. But yeah, I've gone straight win to Chelsea. Now the next game I've gone Liverpool, Nottingham Forest. Of course, two teams who are currently not performing to the level that we would know about these teams. Nottingham Forest currently having a lot of managerial issues, and then Liverpool on the other hand having players not knowing, you know, the right stats, you know, Hugo Ekitike, Isak, you know, all them stories. But the truth is, do I see a win from Liverpool in Anfield this time around against this Nottingham Forest? Definitely, so I've gone straight win to Liverpool. The next game I've gone Newcastle hosting Manchester City at the St. James's Park. Now Manchester City, their last game, very, very solid before the international break. Haaland, my man, cannot stop scoring. Come on, man. Listen, this one might be a very tough one, but I've gone Manchester City to win Newcastle at the St. James's Park. I know it's a very big one, but I see that happening. The next game I've gone Arsenal versus Tottenham, the London derby. Oh la la. This one I've actually gone Arsenal to win. Only one player from Arsenal will be missed in the game, and that's Gabriel, the defender. But a lot of the players seem to be coming back. You're speaking about the Martinelli, or speaking about the Martin Odegaard, who of course is the heartbeat of Arsenal. There's a whole bunch of players coming back from injury for Arsenal, and I see them easily delivering a win against this Tottenham. Might not be a high-scoring game. 1-2-0, 2-1, oh, something around there. But yeah, I've gone Arsenal to win. Now, the next game I've gone straight to the La Liga is Barcelona playing their first game at the Spotify Camp Nou against Athletic Bilbao. Athletic Bilbao not looking extremely solid, especially from what we know the last couple of seasons about this team. But Barcelona, on the other hand, a few players might be coming back from injury. And of course, I don't know if there's going to be any kind of upset, but Barcelona will be trying to impress their fans, playing in that stadium for the first time officially. I don't know what's going to happen, but because of my act of being unsure, let me put it that way, I've gone both teams to score on this one. Now, the last game in the La Liga is Elche versus Real Madrid. Of course, you know what I would always go for is the big boys. Real Madrid, of course, not looking extremely solid as usual, like we would normally say, inconsistencies here and there, but against an Elche away from home, I see Real Madrid delivering a win. On SportyBet, it's 15.47 odds. Come on, take advantage of it. Keep the 10% as usual. We are getting close to Black Friday. So yeah, enjoy it, man. Everywhere. T.
Never fails to entertain, does he? I'm sure you'd be happy with that Arsenal pick there.
Yep, Arsenal for the win. Definitely happy about that. And for the goal, you know, the Camp Nou is back, and it deserves a good game. After how long people have waited for that stadium to be finally built, it deserves a good game.
It does. Well, there you go. There is the Klintoncod for the week. Go and lock that in. Of course, as he said, keep the 10%. It is Black Friday. He'll find a reason every week, and I'll tell him that he has to let you guys keep the 10%. But that is the Klintoncod for the week. Now, it's time for Mikami tonight and I to go head-to-head. And, well, I think I'm going to win this one. Let's see how we go.
Well, it's time for head-to-head, and the big game that we're doing head-to-head today is Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest. And because Chantel couldn't be here today, I decided to take the place of Liverpool and back them to win this one, Alex.
I did always joke with Chantel, actually, that one week I want us to do a Liverpool game on the head-to-head, and I pick Liverpool to win and she picks the other team so that she has to back the other team to beat Liverpool. But it didn't work out, unfortunately. Chantel's not here, so I couldn't do that. Who have you gone for?
As I mentioned, I have decided to go for Liverpool, and it is because they're playing a 19th place team on the table. They have no option but to win. Just trying to get to my codes here so that you can have a look.
Remember to follow these two accounts, guys, Chantel Brown, Alex Ashmore, and you can see our picks for the week. Obviously, Mikami's using Chantel's account this week.
Yeah, making Chantel some money this week. That's what you got to say.
She hopes.
Chantel, you better share this money with me. I'll be looking for you next time. So for this game, Liverpool to beat Nottingham Forest, the odds are 1.47. It's sounding that Florian Wirtz won't be able to start, and Conor Bradley as well, but I don't think those are players that they'll really need in terms of going forward. I know Liverpool have had a tough time at Nottingham Forest. I'm sure that's the reason you've chosen Nottingham Forest, because of last season.
Yes, I'm backing. I also have I think, as all football fans do, a love for Sean Dyche. And I think I really want to see him do well at Nottingham Forest after a turbulent couple of months with Ange coming in and then him getting sacked, obviously Nuno getting sacked earlier on. It's been a tough couple of months for Forest, and I feel like they're going to start picking up results. And against an against an out-of-form Liverpool side who really can't find their best version. They played well against Villa and against Real Madrid. Granted, Real Madrid didn't look that good, but they got wins, and then they go and lose like they did to City. It's topsy-turvy. So I feel like this one, I've gone for a Nottingham Forest win. And I've also got a few interesting bets here. Now, you said Florian Wirtz possibly isn't going to be starting, but I'm going to look at some of the goal scorers. Mohamed Salah to score at any time, 1.90, which
not bad.
It's quite good odds.
What about Gakpo?
Gakpo. So, Cody Gakpo, 2.45 anytime goal scorer. Hugo Ekitike, 2.10. That is the big question.
Who starts?
Who starts? Isak. Of course, if you haven't seen, head over to our socials for Clinton and I. We've done a little promo for Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest, and Clinton thinks he's better than Isak. I don't agree with it. It's a load of rubbish. It's a joke. Isak to score at any time, 1.9, the same as Saka. Sorry, same as Salah. Saka, I don't think he's going to score against Spurs, although I know you picked him to score against Spurs. But yes, these are some of the goal scorers. If I go back up to the very top, there are loads of selections that you can go through.
Corners.
I'm going to have a look at
I feel like this game will definitely have Liverpool bombing forward and Nottingham Forest having to defend for their lives.
So, over 9.5 corners, 1.64. Over 10.5 corners, 2 on the nose. And over 11.5 corners, 2.55.
Okay.
So some interesting odds there. And, well, loads of others. Obviously, you've got teams, players. You can bet on goal scorers, assists, shots, and what have you. But those are some of the interesting picks I've gone for this week's game. And, well, Nottingham Forest are going to win, aren't they?
I can't believe I'm standing behind Liverpool. This is just the run of form that they have. You know, of course, they lost to Manchester City, but it's Manchester City and they've been the second best team in the Premier League so far this season. So
you never lose an opportunity to mention that, do you?
Yeah. Arsenal has been the first, just in case you haven't been keeping record. But I do feel Liverpool will have this one in the bag. Salah coming back, getting a goal. And Isak, I'm giving it a shout for him to also score. They need him to start scoring. They need to get back into form. And I am definitely going for Liverpool to win. Chantal, this one is for you.
Okay. Come on, Forest.
So it's now time for us to go around the world, and we are going to Australia for, I don't know if the camera can catch this. This
God.
is my attempt at, I don't know if you can know, okay, is it golf?
No, it's not golf, it's cricket. Let's head down under, ladies and gentlemen. Now, it's time for Around the World, and we're going down under for the Ashes, Australia versus England. And now, for those of you who don't follow cricket, maybe those of you in South Africa are big cricket fans, but Nigeria, they're big cricket fans in Kenya. It's growing, isn't it? I know, they've played a few T20s, and the T20 team is growing.
The World Cup at some point, so a few people here and there definitely watch it.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, it is the Ashes, which is I think the biggest competition in cricket. Is between Australia and England, two of the most successful sides in cricket. And this form of cricket, it's Test cricket, it lasts 5 days. It's a long one. And it started last night, this morning, or this afternoon, wherever you are in the world. It started yesterday or this night in Australia. So it's massive time difference. And they finished day one about 5 hours ago, I'd say, 6-7 hours ago.
And England are ahead?
Well, this is the thing with cricket. There's no such thing as ahead or behind, but England are, I think, doing better at the moment. So England won the toss and chose to bat first, and they got bowled out for 172, which is very bad. England fans were thinking, England players, I think England pundits as well were thinking, what's going on? This is going to be another nightmare Ashes. England haven't won in Australia since 2013, so they're looking to get this one back. They then put Australia into bat, and Australia are 123 for 9, so England need one more wicket. And, as I remind you guys always, you can follow us on SportyBet, and I've gone for an Ashes bet for this first test. If I scroll down here, Alex Ashmore _ the Ashes, and I've gone for England to win the first test. There you have it. I know you're going to say you're English, you're confident, but we're in the driving seat here, and I think England are going to win this. Are you backing this, Mikami?
You're the expert, so everyone at home, follow Alex. I know he's probably a bit biased because it is England, but considering how Australia played that first day, England have a chance.
Yes, England have a chance. So, Ashes, Alex Ashmore _ the Ashes, 1.52, of course, those odds subject to change, depending on how it goes on day 2, 3, 4, and maybe 5 if it does come to that. But that is Around the World for this week, and it's time to play some games. Now it's time for Gold Rush. It's time for Mikami and I to go head-to-head again and play some games, see who's better. We're going to be playing SportyJet this week. And, of course, the premise, you guys all remember, if you haven't played it, you have to cash out before the jet flies away. It's very simple.
I'm already way ahead of you.
You're already way ahead of me, right. Oh my God, that was a quick flyaway. We'll do a few of these because we've got some odds for you guys, some games. As I said, Al-Ahly versus Al-Qadsiya, Las Palmas against Albacete. Right, let's have a go. I'm going to cash out now.
No, there's still so much time left.
I feel like I went too early there.
Yeah, definitely.
Way too early.
We'll see what will happen next.
Wow, still going.
Still going, still going. Ah!
My God.
I thought I've been playing this one.
Why did I cash out?
Come on!
Oh, 18.93. I feel like this one is going to be quicker.
No, I'm going to
have a
keep the
feeling
faith.
anyway.
I'm going to keep the faith.
Oof. I've been booted out. There we are. I'm back in.
Okay.
Righty.
This is the one. It did go quick, but this time
Okay.
I have a good feeling. Dun, dun, dun.
I'm going to cash out.
No!
Ah, I was going to cash out and you told me no. Mikami, come on. Right, one last go, one last go.
This one I'm going in.
What?
One last go, one
Right,
last
one
go.
more.
One last go, come on.
All right. I'm going to cash out. Oh my God.
One last
Oh
one.
my-
Last
no,
one,
no,
last
I
one.
can't. You have one more go. I'm going to get
Last
these
one.
odds ready for the people.
Okay. I have a good feeling about this one. I think you were the bad luck, Alex.
Oh, I don't know about that. That's harsh. What were you saying?
I think you were the bad luck, Alex. Last one and then give us...
All right. Last, there you go. I'm stopping you there.
Okay.
That is Gold Rush, of course. We'll play each game. Well, we'll play different games every week. If you want us to play a particular game, let us know. Of course, send us in your codes, your booms of the week, your tips as well, because we want to be winning money like you. But of course, as I mentioned, Al-Ahly and Al-Qadsiya in the Saudi Pro League. And then we've got Las Palmas and Albacete, both games live on SportyTV after this. And well, I've got some odds for you. So, Al-Ahly to win, 2.10, and away win, Al-Qadsiya, 3.40, and then you've got the draw, 3.5. So some interesting odds there for Las Palmas and Albacete. Las Palmas, the clear favourites here, 1.77, a draw, 3.5, and an away win for Albacete is 4.7. So both of those games live on SportyTV this evening. Mikami, thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you for having
Thank
me.
you for
I've
rushing
had a lot
over
of
from
fun,
the Sporty News.
and I am expecting to make a lot of money, so this was definitely worth it.
Yes, well, thank you, and thank you at home for joining us this week. We had a little hiatus, as I said, last week, but we'll be back again next Friday for more SportyCodes. But until then, have a good weekend, and we'll see you soon.